Our kids, our neighbors, those we work with every day are leaving God behind. How can we show them the love of Jesus in a language they'll understand? We serve an all-powerful God who is ready to break our hearts, fill us with his power, and give us the tools we need to reach the secular world for Jesus. If you're anything like me, the people you live with, the people you interact with are increasingly apathetic, if not hostile to the things of God. They see Christianity as a dead relic of the past, a beautiful cathedral that's empty on Sundays. But this isn't some vague cultural issue. This is deeply personal. These are our friends and our family members. These are the people that we're working with. And while this mass exodus from the church is tragic, there is hope. The entire point of this video series is to mobilize you to use the gifts God has given you to reach the secular world. But there are some things that we need to understand. If we were to examine how people view God today, it would look a little bit like this. On one side, you have those who impose extra biblical morality on people. Think modern day Pharisees. Moving along, you have biblical followers of Jesus. And then getting to the center, you have those who have a favorable or sympathetic view of God. It's not that they're necessarily following him, but they're not opposed to him either. On the other side, you have people that are apathetic about God, if not downright hostile to him. The reality is the majority of ministry efforts today are focused on those who have a favorable or sympathetic view of God, to the nominals. And this is great. We need to be reaching those people. They're the ones coming to our church events, to our Easter services and our Christmas services, and we need to keep doing that. But the reality is our culture is moving over to apathetic and hostile. Increasingly, they are not coming to us to look for answers. And so like Jesus, we need to go to them. In this video series, we're going to be using the life of Nehemiah as a model for how to reach the secular world, because it's an incredible example of what to do when you're confronted by a big need. You see, Nehemiah first had to have his eyes open to the state of the world around him. After that, he responded in desperate prayer because he recognized that if it was not of God's power, it would accomplish nothing. He then allowed God to break his heart, and then he took a big step of faith. And we're going to be using this as an example of how we can respond to the world around us, how we can reach the people in our lives that have walked away from God. This video series is for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're young or old, doesn't matter the context that you're in. If you are a passionate follower of Jesus and you're tired of seeing the power of God contained within the walls of the church, then this video series is for you. I believe if you follow the principles here, if you take seriously the things that we're going to talk about, God will use you in a powerful way. 2 Chronicles 16:9. For the eyes of the Lord range throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to him. Think about it for a second. God is actively looking for men and women who would fully surrender their hearts to him, who will not be satisfied with the status quo, who won't let another day go by until their friends and their families and the people in their lives know who God is. My prayer is that God would use this video series to lead you down a path of personal transformation and a life devoted to reaching the secular world for Jesus.